What's up guys, it's Mason and today we're going to be powder coating this lift kit, Illusion Purple. This is an 8-inch rough country lift kit. So we have the spindles, we have the cross members, skid plate, torsion keys, some other brackets, we have rear blocks, and our U-bolts. So everything is going to be that single color, the Illusion Purple. And with the Illusion color, obviously it's going to be that purple as a base coat, and then we're going to have a clear top coat. So the reason we do that is when you first spray the purple on, it's going to come out of the oven looking almost like a chromish color. And then once you put that clear on, it really pulls out that purple in it. So let's first go ahead and get into our prep. So since these came already powder coated, we're first going to have to put in our rim strip to get all that powder off. Then we'll take it out, pressure wash it clean with a pressure washer and some soap. And then we'll bring it inside, we'll let it dry, sandblast it. So we just put it in our Scat Blast sandblaster over there. Sandblast all that little flash rust off and make sure it's nice bare metal. And then we'll be ready to go ahead and coat it. So let's first start with going ahead and getting some of these parts in our rim strip. So here are the first batch of parts out of the rim strip and dried off. So I let these dry overnight, and now it's time to go ahead and get them in our sandblaster and go ahead and get all that rust off. So we just finished up sandblasting. We got them all hung on here. A little tight, but no biggie. So now we're gonna go ahead and get these taped off. So I'm probably gonna use some wire. Put wire on the threads and then tape everything. That way I still have a good ground to hang these from. And that way I don't get any powder on the threads. I also went ahead and coated the first piece. This is the skid plate. That way I can get a good idea of what it's supposed to look like. And for you guys to see what it's gonna look like. But yeah, let's go ahead and get these coated. So here's the Illusion Purple out of the oven and cooled down. You guys can see it's kind of a silvery chrome look to it. It has a slight purple hue to it, but it's kind of hard to tell on camera. Pretty much just looks silver on here. But now we're going to go ahead and spray on our Clear Vision. While we spray those on, we're going to go ahead and get our cross members and our spindles into the strip tank to go ahead and remove all the previous paint. Well guys, I really didn't end up liking how those purple parts came out. They had a lot of orange peel in them and they were pretty dang dark. They almost looked black. So I went ahead, put them in the strip tank. We're gonna redo those. Main reason why is I used Clear Vision, which is a polyester clear, and I talked to some guys from Columbia Coatings and they recommended wheel clear because it's an acrylic clear. I guess it doesn't pull as much pigmentation, so it's gonna have a brighter color to it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get these parts prepped, and these will go in the Illusion Purple with a wheel clear. So let's first go ahead and put it in our sandblaster. So here's the cross members after they just got sandblasted. I'm also gonna do a couple smaller pieces here. So we're gonna be putting on that Illusion Purple, and then we're gonna be putting on that wheel clear. So let's go ahead and put that Illusion Purple on. So we got our cross member and our support piece here, coated in the Illusion purple. Hard Faraday areas, everything looks pretty good. Oh, even the tight areas like that. So now, oh, we also got these done. So now it's time to go and spray on that wheel clear. So we just got our parts out of the oven with the final cure of wheel clear. Let's go and check them out. Here they are. They look a little darker on camera than I would say they look in person. But yeah, they came out really nice. Tough Faraday areas all inside this thing. The Electron coated super well. Nice areas. You got some weld splatter up here. I hate seeing that, but overall, everything looks super good. Tight areas in there, in there. Everything's looking super nice. So now it's time to go ahead and prep some of our other parts and get them coated. So here's our next batch of parts. We have our torsion keys, which are these things, and we have our spindles. I grouped these two together because they're a lot thicker. We need to put our plugs in, and then we'll be ready to coat. So let's get those plugs in. So here we are with our Illusion purple. Everything's looking good. Everything's sprayed on super well. Hard Faraday areas. Some in there. It's not the hardest thing to coat in the world, but not super easy either. We got all our plugs pulled. Got a nice, even, thick coat of the Illusion purple on. I actually forgot to pull the plug on that hole there, so I had to wipe it out with my finger. But anyway, let's go ahead and get it in the oven. Well guys, here are the parts out of the oven and cooled down. If you'll notice, we're missing one of the spindles, and that is because I accidentally dropped it. So I took these off the rack because I had something else to do. And putting it back on, I dropped it and had all this damage on it. So we're gonna have to get this one stripped and redo it. But these are ready to go ahead and put on the wheel clear, so let's go ahead and do that. So we got both torsion keys done and both spindles done. I did that one spindle off camera, the one that I dropped, so let's go ahead and check them out. So here they are. I think this is the one that I ended up redoing. Looks much better now. It looks really orange peely. There's not really a fix to that. It's just the casting. You can feel it. Before I even coated it, I made sure I took some pictures just so the customer wasn't, you know, upset. Again, you see all like that orange peel. It's never going to look as good as like metal like this, obviously. This will always look way smoother and shinier. Same with these. See, it's like machined down here, so this looks flat, but all like on this side, this is all just bad casting. Not bad, but you know, it has the texture to it. But we have our U-bolts and a couple other brackets in our sandblaster we got to do, so let's go and do that. So here are the U-bolts and the other brackets that we have. Let's go ahead and get these taped and hung. We'll go ahead and cut them. So here are the parts prepped with our tape on them, preventing threads from getting any coat on them. We'll put some Cerakote on the threads when we're done. But let's go ahead and spray on our Illusion purple. So here are the parts with the Illusion Purple before they go in the oven. I have my flash on. So hopefully see any light spots. I don't think there is. But yeah, everything looks super good, laid super well in there. Somewhat tough Faraday areas. These U-bolts are easy. I was actually spraying everything at 100 kV, 100 microamps on accident at first, until actually I got to like last few parts, but turned it down to that 120, and I mean honestly they're about the same. Both work really well. So yeah, let's go ahead and stick it in our oven. Here are the parts out of the oven with the Illusion Purple on, looking super good. Yeah, I mean, it looks just the same as it did when it went in. So now it's time to go ahead and spray on our wheel clear. I'm probably going to drop these down maybe like there and there. And the powder cloud will change based on how it's going. But yeah, let's go and get this on. So here's the parts with the wheel clear. Everything's looking super good. Get in there. I mean, yeah, everything's sprayed on well. Both here. So now let's go ahead and put it in the oven. So we just finished up the lift. Before I show you guys, let's get these U-bolt threads coated. So we just got the U-bolts taped off to where it's just the threads, and now we're going to go ahead and Cerakote them. We're going to be using this Armor Black Cerakote. It's a C series, so that means it's an Aerocure. So let's go ahead and put that on. Well guys, I don't have a separate paint booth for Cerakote, so let's go and do them outside. So we just finished up the U-bolts. Let's go and take a look at everything. So everything's done. We have this cross member. This goes more in the middle of the truck. It looks super good. We have the front cross member with the RC stamped in it. This one looks good too. We have our not leaf springs, torsion keys here. And they have a little bit of wrinkle on them, just like the spindle did. I guess the way around that would be putting a bunch of filler primer on and sanding it until you get something like this. But that's obviously going to be like a lot more money to do all that. We have our rear blocks. We have whatever this thing is, these and that. We have our skid plate, and then we have obviously the spindles and our U-bolts. So the U-bolts ended up really nice. I think they look super cool with the Cerakote on them, and I think the customer's gonna be really happy. So that's pretty much it as far as this lift kit goes. It was pretty cool doing the Illusion Purple from Prismatic with the acrylic wheel clear from Columbia. I originally put that clear vision on and I had some problems with it being super dark, so the wheel clear helped out a ton. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.